All right. So, Blue Exorcist. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while in one of my videos, but I never got it. Well, I did talk about it in one of my podcasts. Like, I think it was like when the 4th episode of Blue Exorcist came out, I talked about it. Other than that, I didn't talk about it. But I'm about to talk about this episode because it's building up. This arc is building up. It's a little mini arc. Oh, God. Something's stuck in my throat, man. But this is a little mini arc because I don't think this arc is going to go past 12 episodes because the Imperial King is already here. Like, the Imperial King has been here for 2 episodes now. Ever since episode 6. And, damn. What in the world? Now my throat was fine before this video started, but when I saw talking, oh, I'm gonna mess up now. Well, whatever. So I don't think this arc is gonna go past 12 episodes. I don't see it happening because it's not fast, but it's kind of sort of fast, but it's not really fast. Like, the episodes seem like they're really well paced, but a lot is happening. In each episode, a lot is freaking happening. Like, ever since episode 1, we up to episode 8 right now. And it's like, I feel like this arc right now that we're in should be just a little bit longer. It should be at least a 24 episode arc. Like, that would be good for this arc. Because seeing Ren not being able to use his demon powers and the Coma Sword being stuck in a sealed position, hearing freaking the master, what's my man name? Jin's dad freaking backstory, that was cool. They could have had, I'm telling you, they could have had like at least 4 episodes about Jin's dad's backstory, but it was only in like 2 episodes. It could have been somewhere like 4 because they explored the relationship between Jin's dad and what he was thinking at the time when his dad was about to give the mantle of head priest over to him. And they could have explored the relationship between Jin's dad and Ren's dad. Like, they could have explored that freaking relationship between those two, but they didn't. It was cut down to mainly 2 episodes, which did not feel rushed. Like, this anime is doing something really weird this season to where none of this feels rushed at all. Like, none of it. None of this feels rushed. And that's really, really weird because most of the time you think, okay, this is going to be rushed, depending on how many episodes they actually want to do for this season. Like, for a particular arc, how many anime episodes do they actually want to do for a particular arc? And if it's like a 12 episode arc, depends on what happens, it can feel really superbly rushed. But it doesn't feel rushed to me. Like, even though a lot of stuff is happening, like in this episode, we found out that freaking Jin's dad is not dead. And his wound was getting healed by that little phoenix thing. I forgot what it's called, but the little his little thing. It's like his little stand or whatever. I'm gonna just use a term from JoJo. Like, his little stand was healed in his wound. We got stabbed through the neck. That nigga should have died. But luckily, after the dude Sato had took the power of the original Phoenix thing, the original stand, another one was reborn when that one died. Because it's explained in this episode that it's like a phoenix and stuff that gets reborn and stuff. Which, it kind of, that could have been big, like, character development for Jin That could have been some serious character development, because then he could have been thinking, if his dad would have died then, like seriously died, he could have been thinking the whole time, dang, man, I probably should have listened to what Ren said and apologized to my dad and actually made up with him, because now I regret everything that I wanted to say, all the apologies and stuff I have right now, and I didn't want to tell him then when he was alive, but now I want to tell him and he's dead and I can't. Like, that would have been big character development for him, but it wasn't. They went at a different route, which still gave Jin a little bit of character development. Like, it gave him a little bit of character development, but not a whole lot. Like, for real, it didn't give him a whole lot. But this episode was still good, man. Like, for real, like, all these episodes have been the same to me. Like, I can't really think of, well, no. Last episode was amazing. That was the only episode to where I was like, holy God, this joint is crazy. Because seeing Jin's dad go up to where they keep the Imperial King at and finding out that they didn't kill the Imperial King, they just sealed them. And me thinking of a whole bunch of questions of like, why in the world didn't they just kill the dude if they could back then? But him being sealed probably tells you that they couldn't even kill him. So they just sealed him and stuff and just locked him away. And the reason why freaking Jin's dad got to keep all those secrets and stuff, oh my God, it was so good. And the fight between Jin's dad and the Imperial King, and then Sado. Oh, last episode was so amazing, man. It was, no, was that last episode? Was that episode 7 or episode 6 I'm talking about? It might have been, yeah, that might have been like episode 6 I'm talking about. Because I'm thinking episode 7. No, that was last episode. Yeah, that was last episode. Because I was about to say, I'm thinking episode 7 was when Ren had sat down and his brother was reading all of that, reading the note that was left to him by Jin's dad and stuff. But nah, that happened like episode 4 and 5 and stuff. That's when that happened. But this season has been good. It's been really good, man. I've been loving it. Like, for real. Like, like, I'm telling you, Blue Exorcist is the only anime that I can think of right now that I enjoy without a doubt. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, but I really enjoy it without a doubt, man. It's really freaking good. I'm loving the freaking anime. Like, the art and animation has been really freaking good. Like, none of the art and animation has slacked off in any type of way. I haven't seen anything to tell me otherwise. I wish that freaking Izuma, is that her name? Is it Izuka or Izuma? Like the girl with the eyebrows, like there's kind of like this and stuff. Like, I wish she would do way more than she's doing. Like, she just in the background, just chilling, and then once something big happens, she's like, okay, let's just go. Like, she's just the driving force for the plot or something like that, which I'm kind of not digging. I don't like that. Everybody else is really involved with like the story and what's going on except her, and she's one of the main characters. Like, what are you doing? Like, pick it up a little bit. Let her actually have a reason why she's not talking to Jin. Like, not because she's not actually talking to her for any real particular reason. Like, she's just mad because she has to be mad. Everybody else has a real reason why they didn't previously talk to Ren at all when they first came to where they are now. Like, they had a real reason. And they gave character development to all the other except her. So I'm gonna need her to step up and get some more dialogue going on so she could be in the limelight a little bit more. And I want to see her powers. Like, please. Well, you kind of already know now that the two girls is not gonna fight. Like, Seimei, is it Seimei or Seimei? I think it might be Shaymay. Shaymay and Izuka or Izumi, those girls, they're not gonna fight because they tend to the head priest, Jin's dad, and freaking dang, what's my man name? The short guy, I forgot his name, and then the guy with the freaking Buddhist staff. They going to the action and stuff. So you're gonna see them in action, and you already know Ren and Jen is gonna be in action and stuff. But good episode, man. Good episode. Scale of 1 to 10. It's a solid 7. Like for real. It was a really good episode, but not much happened except now Jen is the new holder of the Phoenix, of the stand. Like he's the new bloodline holder of the stand, even though his dad didn't want him to be for some reason. Like I'm still not even sure on that point. But now Jen is the now holder and stuff, which is good for him because that's a power up for him. That is a boost and a power up for him. And it's something like different because I just had this thought. Like, it's not like how over here in America where Christianity and stuff is really big and you don't have all of these like particular things you can count on. All you have is like, say if Blue Exorcist was dipped in Christianity and not Buddhism, because it's dipped in Buddhism and not Christianity, even though it has a little tinge of Christianity. When they go to the Vatican and stuff like that, like in the last season, when they went to the Vatican and stuff like that, that was a little bit of like Christian like stuff, but not really. The Christian stuff is probably only about 20%, and then the rest of the 80% is Buddhism. And if it was the other way around, I don't think this series would be that interesting because it's just, okay, you got this dude who's a demon, you got to defeat him. All right, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to call on Jesus, and then, you know, I'm going to say, Jesus, be with you, and then that's going to be it, and you guys gonna die. Like, that's going to be it. Like, with this Buddhist stuff, you have all these different types of, like chants, even though you have, like, chants and stuff in Christianity and stuff like that, too. But you still have all these, like, different chants. You have these weapons that they use. You have these, the lore of what they use. You have these stands that they use pertaining to like stuff that look like the Phoenix and stuff. And they show like this giant like kid freaking Phoenix stand that was called upon by all of the priests. You have all of that going on. And if it was reversed to where Christianity was in the forefront and Buddhism was on the back burner, this series would not be that interesting. And I'm glad it's the other way around, man. But yeah, good episode, solid 7, all of that. I hope next episode be really freaking good because it looks like Jen and Ren is going to go up into that castle-looking thing. It looked like a freaking castle to me. And then try to kick some ass in there or whatever. And then put up the barrier and then defeat the freaking Emperor King when Ren finally can draw the Coma sword or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments and all of that. And I'm Danny Awesome. You're awesome. Stay awesome. Peace. I love your faces. One love. I'll see you on the next episode of Blue Exorcist. I'm out.